Welcome back, everybody. We gotta have a real talk today about the fact that the left kinda sucks. Let's be real. The left loses culturally time and time again, and every time it starts to get some prominence, destroys that for itself every time. I was here when the left was once very prominent in the online space, where you would get canceled for saying slurs. Now, people raise over $1 million and make you a rich woman for calling a child the N-word on a playground and being caught on video and fired from your job for it. Clearly, times have changed. The left, when it had its time in the spotlight, did not make the best name for itself. It did not make the best impression. And that is why, when I see clips like this go viral, and I see progressives have the response that they are having, it makes me hopeful that I don't need to complain about this anymore. Y'all might have gone into this video thinking I was going to be complaining about how the left is too cringe and the left gets mad and cancels people. No, that's not what this video is about, actually. Because I think most people realize that everything about that is true, and that that's correct. I don't think I need to argue with, I don't think any of you are going to argue with me. And based on what I'm seeing insofar as people's response to what we're about to watch, the multiple clips we're about to watch, I don't think many people on social media are going to argue with me. I think the left has learned its lesson. Now, if you're wondering what I'm talking about, a couple days ago, a mother was murdered by ICE agents, shot in her car as she drove away from them. We watched the video, we covered it just an hour or so ago. It is inarguable that ICE agent, whether he believed his life was threatened or not, chose to shoot and continue shooting after the car was driving away from him and after that woman was facing away from him and no longer a threat. You do not get to shoot people and use lethal force with a firearm after they have stopped being a threat to you. I am an American gun owner. I know how these rules work. I had to get tested on it to get my concealed carry permit. They were very clear that you are not, in any scenario, allowed to use lethal force to defend yourself if the threat against you is not lethal, or if a threat against other lives is not lethal. So this, of course, has caused a lot of protest and a lot of discussion, and sure enough, people are on the streets right now protesting this murder. And in the case of this woman, this leftist woman who got interviewed at one of these protests, she went a bit viral for her response to the situation. If you're wondering what I mean when I say the left does a bad job with optics, I could use a million examples. But here's one that literally nobody on the left can bring themselves to defend. People are even saying, oh my god, we did it. We found the person who's literally too woke. When people say that there are problematic ideas or beliefs within the left, or things can go too far in the left, this is what we mean. This is the kind of shit that wins the right elections.
I mean, I'm just walking around kind of just dazed-eyed because I was like, I don't know if it's the right thing to do. It feels kind of wrong being here in some way. I don't know why.
Why do you think, yeah.
I don't know.
The video is very quiet. I'm gonna volume boost this really fast. Hopefully this helps.
I don't know, like, where that stems from. Like, I mean, part of it is being, like, a white woman that I'm privileged, and I have a lot of privilege. So I feel like white tears are not always something that's helpful or necessary when black and brown people have been experiencing this for a long time. This isn't new for them, and so I don't know if that makes any sense in that way.
How did you decide that you should be here? Or are you still figuring that out?
Well, I work like 2 miles from here, so driving by, it was like, I'm here. I'm 2 miles, I can stop. So I mean, I'm just walking around kind of.
We're literally doing the white tears are not needed right now virtue signal at the protest of a woman who was murdered, and we have to clarify, well, she was white, okay? So I feel bad that we're not protesting a black or brown person who was killed right now. I understand. It's bad that we're protesting the death of a white person. I get it, guys. It's just like, oh my gosh. Now, the unanimous response to this, like, overwhelming, unanimous response to this from the left has been along the lines of this. Really thought we left this behind. And then a tweet from back in 2016, I'm so finished with white men's entitlement lately that I'm really not sad about a 2-year-old being eaten by a gator because his daddy ignored signs. This stuff has been present on the left for a long time. And woke scolds and people who feel like having their woke hot take have done so much damage for the left's rep and optics. And unfortunately, optics is all that matters on the internet at the end of the day. Nothing but optics matters when we're talking about the internet and reaching people on the largest reaching people platform ever to exist in the universe as far as we know. Now, stemming off of that, there's been further discussion about, okay, maybe we shouldn't get a little too overly sensitive and virtue signally and try hard with our progressive messaging and our progressive ideology to the point where it starts to actively get in our way of fighting for what's right. When you have to actively acknowledge that your being hyper woke is getting in the way of protesting fascists murdering someone, it might be too much. But let's go even further with this. Let's go even further with it. A video went viral in the last few days. Or I think this, yeah, in the last couple days, yesterday, this video went viral of a guy confronting an ICE agent and the ICE agent folding and leaving. And you're going to watch this clip, and I think at first you're going to be like, based, and then something's going to happen in this video. It's going to make you go, wait a second. And you know what I'm going to say? I argue that if you were saying based up until the point that makes you go, hold on, why? Let's watch the clip. I love this clip, by the way. It's amazing.
Why can't you take off your mask off your face, though? Why are you making eye contact with me and have your mask on? Why not? Isn't that upside down, though? How much is your bonus? Like 30, 50,000? Something like that. Yeah, I'm telling you, this is what broke people do for money, bro. Yeah? This is college educated right here for all you other retards or Down syndrome having ass motherfuckers. What's your name? Take your mask off, bitch. What's my name? You're gonna ask me that with a mask on your fucking face? What's your name? I'm an American, bitch. Promise? This is what an American looks like right here, you fucking faggot. Good, thanks. Straight bitch-made motherfuckers.
I imagine a few of you in chat might not have liked that last thing he called him. I'm gonna be honest. The overwhelming response to this video, even from people on the left, have been, I don't even care that he used a slur. That was based as fuck. Like, listen, guys. My response to this was much the same. Imagine if you could move on conservatives like this without it being social suicide on the left. This is what dark woke actually looks like. At the end of the day, unless it is no longer social suicide to talk like this on the left, particularly when targeting your vitriol at conservatives and literal fascist Gestapo SS goose steppers, then yeah, I think this is what dark woke is, by the way. Dark woke is using slurs against conservatives. Racial slurs, slurs based around gender and sexuality, things that a few years ago y'all would be calling for people to be canceled and to lose their jobs over. Using that shit against the right, that is what dark woke is. That's what the dirtbag left was supposed to be. But of course, within months of the left starting to gain prominence as the dirtbag left started to get big online, the woke scold left started to grow as a counter to it. And sure enough, within, months into 2019, when lefty politics started to get big on social media, you had the woke scolds making their own circles and engaging in harassment campaigns against anybody who dared to step out of line. I can only hope that these tweets, all of which have come out in the last couple days, are signs that the left is starting to move in a based direction. A far less sensitive, cringe, pussy direction. Matter of fact, there was a really funny, hold on, let me see if I can find... Yeah, here it is.
Young boys are turning conservative. We need you to influence them. Straight, white, left-leaning millennial man.
I thought I was supposed to take a back seat so that more marginalized voices could be heard.
Okay, yeah. What do you want?
I want immunity. I want to say things are gay and retarded, and I want to make jokes, and if I make a joke, I want you to think about what the joke actually means instead of getting scared of the words.
Okay, you got a deal.
I'm not finished. I want you to stop using the word mansplain and stop comparing men to bears.
Anything else?
Louis C.K. He's my favorite, and he has good things to say. What's that sound? Is that the Department of Education being defunded?
Okay, people can like what they want to like, and we'll stop using our perceived moral superiority to be cruel to others.
Cool.
What are you doing out here anyway?
I was just pretending to chop wood.
Pretty good. Pretty good stuff. Genuinely some of the best cultural commentary on politics I've ever seen, and it's in a minute-long YouTube short. She looks like Cecil. Low-key, yeah. Cumtown vibes. Cumtown is cringe as... Well, I'm pretty sure Cumtown is less cringe than Chapo, at least. But, yeah. Chapo is unfortunately big tanky-pilled. Or at least some of its hosts are. Some of the hosts seem to be chill, but there's a couple of its hosts that are tankies. I haven't listened to much Cumtown, but I listened to a bit of Chapo on a road trip once, and it was like, alright, yeah, I mean, I can tell what the politics are of some of these hosts. Cumtown, where is that? Asking for a friend. I imagine most of you guys might not even know about Chapo Trap House or Cumtown, because they were very, like, 2020, 2019 popular lefty podcasts. I don't feel like they really get talked about a lot. Would you call him a slur that does not apply to you? Who? Like, a conservative? Yeah. Yeah, if it was funny. Yeah. If I had the opportunity to call Trump the F-slur in front of the whole country, I'm doing it in a heartbeat, chat. And you better defend me on social media. You better. You better not cancel me, you better not unsubscribe, and you better donate if I call Trump the F-slur on national television, okay? Alright, I'm gonna emphasize that shit. I'm gonna go hard on the enunciation of the syllables, even. Now, you guys also have to stand by this when I debate Candace Owens and I get real spicy. Okay. Alright, let's not go down that road, okay? I don't know how based you guys are, alright? I don't know how based you guys are. I don't know if y'all are ready for that. It's like that scene in Back to the Future where Marty McFly plays the rock song up on stage at the prom, and he's like, okay, maybe you guys aren't ready for that, but your kids are gonna love it. Anyway, if y'all enjoyed this segment, if you found it enjoyable, educational, or entertaining in any way whatsoever, then consider dropping a like, a comment, and a subscription down below if you want to see more, and join the Discord if you want to be a part of the community. True, after all, I do have a lot of slur passes. It is true. You guys have gifted me many slur passes over the years. I gotta start using them. Anyway, though, thank y'all for watching, and as always, I hope you have a good one. And I'll see you in the next one as well. Take care of yourselves.